a key element of sustainability is finding local people who can help grow things after we've left through the cricket associations. And in Rwanda we found some amazing people who are doing that, and in the first year in Rwanda we trained 12 ICC coaches. When we went back for the second year, all 12 of them were coaching in a local school. They've all been allocated a school and they've got that school playing cricket and entering competitions. One of those coaches who's a real leader and a real inspiration to a lot of people is a guy called Andre. And Andre was walking around the only cricket field in Kigali one day and saw some cricket being played. Hadn't seen it before, didn't know what it was, watched it, saw that it looked fun and wanted to play. And the language they use generally when they play cricket is English, and Andre didn't speak a word of English. But through playing cricket, he actually has now learned to speak English because that's the language he speaks, and that's a medium he can use to learn that.
Yeah, my name is Andre Kaitera. I'm 19 years old. And I'm a Rwandan player, national team, an all-rounder. And also I'm the coach of young men, young children, some schools, Rwanda.
Andre is now probably the best player in the Rwandan team. He opens the bowling and bats number 4 and is an extremely talented player. He's been involved in ICC high performance programs. We got to know Andre on our first trip to Rwanda, where we trained him as an ICC introductory coach. He was clearly a fantastic cricketer, but clearly extremely dedicated and committed to actually growing cricket, and really brought into the AIDS awareness messages and how he can use cricket as a vehicle to get those messages out there.
After the training, talk about the cricket, I teach them about when you're going to bat there to protect that stumps. It is also in your life to protect yourself. I tell them the AIDS, it is killing so many people because they are not protect themselves. So when you protect your stumps, you also have to protect yourself in the whole life. Yeah.
We went back for the second time. We trained him as a level 1 coach, and he's really now starting to develop in that way and delivering some great sessions. He integrates AIDS awareness, and actually he's taught us a hell of a lot about how we can integrate AIDS awareness into our sessions, and some great ideas and models that we now use and replicate elsewhere. He coaches the Rwandan under-15 national team now, and one of the simple things he did was he took the Rwandan under-15 national team and they all went for an HIV test. Didn't force it on them, but he encouraged it, and they all went and did it. And that's a great story for someone who is always using those messages in what he does. It's an inspiration for them from a cricket point of view, and he's really getting some key messages across, which is fantastic and something we want to replicate with a lot of other coaches as well. Andre's a great example of some work we've done in Rwanda and generally in a lot of countries in terms of many things, in terms of growing cricket and in terms of using HIV, AIDS awareness messages, but quite simply in terms of bringing communities together. And I think we find that cricket is a wonderful sport to play, to bring people together, to have fun and to learn from each other, regardless of their background, regardless of their sex, regardless of their age, and it's a great sport to be able to do that with.
Cricket without boundaries. I'm there, they have coached me. I'm now like a coach. I'm the one who is going to tell the young children something. I'm like a coach this time. When I was at school, I was also child. I was a kid that who can't tell somebody about HIV. But this time, I have young kids. Those I'm teaching cricket. So cricket without boundaries told me I must, and that is good in my life, to have some talks of HIV, protect them. Yeah, they gave me something in my heart to tell somebody to protect himself. But before, I didn't. Before they come, I didn't.